Hey, it's Kevin. Welcome back to the Road Warrior. I was sitting here thinking the other day, as I kind of look back at life, and I said when you hit 60, or I think a lot of people when they hit 60 start getting reflecting on their life. And it's not that you think you're worried about passing away, which you do think about, but more importantly, you just think about your life and where you've been and what you've done, the things you might have done different. Again, I know a lot of people have a lot of regrets. A lot of things they wish they'd done. I've made boatloads of mistakes. I made lots of things looking back where I go, hey, you know what? If I'd handled this differently, it'd be a completely different. But again, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be who I am. And again, I like myself. So I don't know if changing anything would have mattered. You never know. It's always, even if it changed something, you may have ended up in the same point just at a different time. You never know. But I look at just how I view life. And it's amazing how there are some views of life. I can remember back to being in first, second grade, just some things I thought about in life that's the same. Or the ways I looked at things when I was in high school or graduating from college. And while some of that is the same, some of it is mellowed. I was in a hurry to be grown up. I was in a hurry, and again, not because I didn't like being with my parents or living at home. It just, I was on a mission to become an adult, to do my thing. And then once I became an adult, got married the first time. It wasn't that it was a bad thing. It was like, oh, okay. Now what? Now you just try to win at being an adult. And that's one game I figured out really soon that you can't win. I equate it to golf. You can practice all you want, but there are going to be some days when you just stink. And there are going to be some days when you think, oh my gosh, I finally figured it out, I've mastered it, and then you can't replicate it. Yeah, adulthood is just so tough. Not for everybody. Because again, just when you think you have it figured out, you find out you don't. Just when everything is steady and copacetic, something gets thrown in there, and it blows everything up and it changes. Again, I have no complaints, no qualms. Could look back at something I did 6 months ago, 6 years ago, and say, if I change this, who knows? Maybe it'd be better. But again, I don't think that way. I don't worry about that. I don't really want to think about that. I have no regrets. Okay, I have regrets, but I have no desire to go back and relive it. There's so many people who go, if I could go back to my high school years, or if I could go maybe 18 again, or 25 again, or whatever. And it's like, you know what? The only thing I wish I could do is do a better job of not gaining the weight. Of letting myself, I don't say let myself go, but focusing on the wrong thing sometimes. Work has always come first. So, I don't have time to exercise, or I'm too tired from work, or I'm working 18 hours this day, and I don't got time to, and in the end, what did that get me? I am who I am. Again, I'm making a decent living, living a decent life. But, if I were 100 pounds less, what would that mean? Probably mean I'd have a longer life, but again, that's still no guarantee. But again, I try not to think about those things or think about it in that way. No regrets. No reason to, change things. You have a different perspective when you get to be old like me. When you're a little long in the tooth. Some people, their different perspective, though, isn't a flattering one. There's a lot of frustration, and that's very sad. I guess I truly am blessed. Back next week, another Road Warrior. KevinMason.us, home to all of our Road Warrior videos. On Facebook, on YouTube. Load them up there. Love it when you comment, when you like, when you share, tell a friend. Remember, down below, hit the comments kind of thing. You're getting my finger in there. It's kind of hard to do. Back next week with another Road Warrior. Thanks.